Good afternoon, the Honorable Minister, Honorable Deputy Minister, we welcome you. We thank you for being here with us today. Unfortunately, I'm just one of those people when they read, they have to take off their glasses. It's been a long year. It's been a long time. It's almost 10 years. More than 10 years since we've been trying to take this project to another level. Deputy Minister, when you were here the last time, I said to you, every time I see you in a formal event, and I think it's more appropriate today with the then DG and the Minister being here, that we are profoundly happy, profoundly excited, profoundly appreciative of what DTI has done. You know, if it was not DTI, we would not have been standing here today. And we thank you because the South African taxpayers' money, people can see what it has done, you know. So we'll continue to thank you, thank the DTI. I know it's difficult to get allocation from Treasury and all that to make a difference on these projects. People also want to see, you know, the budget office in Treasury wants to see where is this money going to. At least now you'll have stories to get even more allocation going forward, you know. This marks another landmark period for Nyanza. We believe that the project has actually done very well to merit such overwhelming and response from the investor community. You normally don't get this, you know. We know that, you know, banks are very risk averse. Well, not all of them, but Nyanza has merited well, or the project has merited well to be where it is today. And we just want to thank the banks to walk this road with us and be with us so far. 2022-2023 financial year was a period of high achievement for Nyanza. We have attained a significant milestone for the project in advancing our project closer and closer to financial end. And we also, as the board, we are pleased to have observed the normalization of a business operating environment, not just in KZN, but in the whole country, after an exceptionally challenging period of COVID, the riots, the floods, but in particular with the floods, maybe to the minister, is to say, given the level of investment that Nyanza is going to make, it's very important, and we are appealing to government, and we're speaking for all businesses, you know, to say what has happened there, it's something that need not happen again. You know, business can afford it, business can ill afford it, you know. Thank you for that, Minister. South Africa is one of the most significant mining jurisdiction in the world, but for some odd reason, South Africa has never found a way of beneficiating its resources, you know. And I think the time is now, as we always famously say in South Africa, Genako. You know, we have to make a difference in beneficiating in this country for the benefit of employment, for the benefit of building capacity for manufacturing. Just as an instance, in 1975, manufacturing accounted 18% of the GDP. Today, it's hovering about 11.2. You know, so that trend needs to change, you know, and we can only attain that if we put all our efforts in making sure that all these resources, that rich resources that this country has got, we actually process them here or we process them in Africa. Mr. Minister, your department is one of those few departments, or only department, and the departments that falls under you, institutions that falls under you, that can actually make a big difference when it comes to fixed investments. We need fixed investment, whether it's foreign, but it has to be fixed investment, because through those fixed investment, we are able to generate jobs, we are able to propel the economy going forward, and we know that your department will make a significant difference in the lives of many people if things are done the same, if everything is done in that particular manner. In 2011, the South African government adopted the mineral beneficiation strategy. The strategy has been very slow, and we hope that Nyanza and this particular project will now give it impetus, will give the government impetus on their strategy to say we have to go the beneficiation route. Because we have seen in the past, and I'm happy that the banks are here, the bankers are here. In the past, the South African economy relied a lot on what we call inflows. Inflows is basically when most of the investor economy are outside South Africa. They will then invest in your economy by buying into your shares, by buying into your bonds, but it has not been sustainable in the long run. And we can see what happens. You can see what is currently happening with the rand. So by the slightest noise or by the slightest nervousness, investors, they pull their money, they buy back their shares, they buy back the government bonds, and then what happens? And it's got an impact on your currency, like it is now. So it's only through proper fixed investment we will be able to propel this country to somewhere else. As Nyanza, we're also very happy that South Africa, or Africa in particularly, through the African Continental Free Trade, which aims to improve intertrade between African countries. It has really done a wonderful job, and we as Nyanza, we subscribed to the principles of AfCFTA, and that's the reason that at the moment our resource that we need for our production will be sourced from Mozambique, as part of that African diaspora. In ending, I just wanted to highlight that, this country of ours, it's characterized severely by inequality in income, inequality in scarce resources, inequality in scarce skills, inequality in skewed pattern of social development, and we have taken cognizance also when we started this company to say we as Nyanza, through our Community Development Trust, we hope in that particular area of Richards Bay, we will be able to change those particular inequalities that we have seen for years and years. So we're going to be, our Community Development Trust is going to be on the cutting edge. It's going to change things. It's going to be done, the deals are going to be done slightly different from what traditionally we have seen, in South Africa, where people became very unhappy. But we are going to try something that has never been tried before in order for us to make a different change a few people's lives, or most people's lives in that particular area. I also just want to add that as part of our program, we'll also be putting a training program for about 150 trainees. It's a very ambitious program that we will be embarking on as Nyanza, just to make sure that we allow young adults to acquire knowledge and skills in the area of chemical and manufacturing operations, and they'll be able to gain insight into the whole Nyanza value chain. With those particular few words, I just want to thank you very much for coming, and we hope that you will enjoy everything, and thank you very much.